So let's get into it. One of the quotes that I really like from the book: we sit in the calm waters, often thinking we have arrived somewhere, instead of realizing we are adrift in a sea of complacency.
Yeah.
So my question is, what are the first signs you see in people that make you think, well, I think this person is now being complacent?
Well, I think it's something that you have to recognize yourself, and really, when it boils down to it, there's several different signs, that you might be drifting, and one of those first signs is comfort. Okay, and if comfort is your baseline, you might be drifting because growth always starts with discomfort. Anytime that we're growing, anytime that we're stretching, anytime that we're moving in a new direction, there's a discomfort that's there. So if you look at any areas of your life where it's just extremely cozy, that might be a sign that you're drifting when you think of the areas that you're most comfortable. Another way would to identify area that you are drifting would be that you're busy but not challenged. You see, and when you're busy but you're not challenged, your routine has really kind of replaced reflection. And when you get in that automatic thinking every single day of doing the same things, you might be in a drift. So let me tell you what complacency looks like. Okay. It looks like busyness. It feels like comfort, and it sounds like excuses. It looks like busyness. It feels like comfort, and it sounds like excuses. And so the first way to identify drift is that, hey, where are the areas that I'm comfortable? The second way is, where am I busy but not productive? The third place that you might, you know, identify that you might be drifting is if you consume more than you create. If you consume more than you create. Now, this is one of those people I'm talking about, my habitual learners. They love to consume all day long, but not do anything. And because they just love to gather and gather, and they might watch this episode, then they're going to go watch another episode, then they're going to go watch another episode. And if you're consuming more than you're creating, you might be at drift. Another way that you might be drifting is if you lost energy in places where you once had that once inspired you, where you've lost energy for what once inspired you. And so think about those things that you do on a continuous basis that years ago it might have excited you to do it, but today there's no inspiration behind it. It's just one of those things where you just do it because you do it, or it's one of those things where you just kind of going through the motion. And another way that you might be a signal that you're at drift is that you avoid friction and feedback. Comfort becomes a cage in that case when you avoid friction and feedback. And so, no matter what it is that you're good at, or no matter what it is that you're going through, if you're avoiding feedback, if you're avoiding friction, or someone telling you that, hey, or not even being open to any type of feedback of how you do in a specific area, you might just be in a drift. And so, those are a couple subtle signs that you might be drifting. We do have a full quiz to kind of help you assess that. And, that's at Drift to Drive, the number 2, quiz.com, Drift to Drive, quiz.com. And it's a full assessment to kind of help you identify some areas that you might be drifting. But in addition to that, we give you feedback on that, some ways that you can begin to take action and begin to move forward again. We just don't want to assess you and diagnose you and then not give you a prescription. We give you some steps that you can move forward.
Wow, thank you. Thank you for sharing all that. We have some people joining already. Say
Yeah.
good morning. And saying, I'm looking forward to seeing this session. Can't wait to hear about the book at MC next week. All right, that's